Welcome, and it's time for another episode of Napoleon Encore playthrough, and today it's gonna be 1796. Okay, let's get started here with some year setup phase, shall we? And 1796, we're gonna have some new cards come in. We're gonna have a slew come out. And let's get our yearly resources. This is one political point and 4 admin points. 4, and now we're up to 3 political points. And we're at the card deck phase. And let me go ahead and do this off camera. We're going to put in a whole mess of cards here. A Treaty of Campo Formio. Potential treaty. A potential campaign in Egypt and Syria. And Joseph Fouché, whom I believe begins face up. And he will be a drain on glory, to the tune of -2. And +1 per political per year. So go ahead and put that on there so that we know. Okay, the rest go into the deck off camera. Voila. We are ready for the card action phase, and the first card for our year, 1796. So let's go. Henry Guns. We've seen this before. It's a campaign modifier if we have a campaign. Second card draw is Messina. Nice commander here. We'll go ahead and throw him in. He's a glory-based commander. And our third card play, Abby Siey. Must play some politics. When Brumiere is played, +1 to the Brumiere roll. You must put this in politics. Okay, there he is. Okay. The fourth card draw is Talleyrand. And this helps with the Brumiere card as well. In fact, I got all the modifiers here. I should have no problem now. This would be a perfect time for that card to show up. And that is a +1 to diplomatic. He came out pretty early, I gotta say. So, card draw 5 is Italian Republics. Army of Italy is the active campaign. It's not. Or FCD isn't played. It's not. It's -1 and 5G. Then remove this card from play. Otherwise, discus card without effect. Okay. Easy enough. All right, we're now to the point where we're rolling for cards. And do we have a 6th? We do. 6th card is Paul Barras. Must play some politics. May -1A to ignore 1 campaign or expedition per year. And that will go right there. That might actually come fairly handy. But do we... I didn't move the card thing. Let's see if we have a 7th card play. We shall. 7th card is... There it is. Brumiere. May be played at the beginning of a campaign, of any campaign resolution phase, when you have a combined value of at least 20 G and or P. Discard any cards in campaign and campaign modifiers, then roll the die. And then it has a bunch of things. Okay, this is our bid to become first consul. Boy, we could do it incredibly early because we already have 20. We've already reached our glory limits, so... Oh, there you go. Into, where is it? Napoleon. And the question will become, do we have an 8th card draw? The answer is yes. Egyptian campaign. Interesting. Must play some campaigns, if empty. Now the question is, well, I don't have a choice. Well, I could do the discard thingy. I have the Paul. And the question would be, do I want to... Well, Trying to decide if I want to keep this or we just move on to Brumere since I've got the glory in the politics. But, you know, that's a lot of glory I'm skipping out on if I don't do it. And it will go out when I go to First Council. I think I'm going to go ahead and let this go. And we'll have an Egyptian campaign. I think we're going to do it. Let's go ahead and be a little on the more towards the historical end, I guess. And so it's our existing campaign for this turn. Now, let's take a look. Well, we still got cards, possibly. Do we have a knife? No, we do not. And we would not use Napoleon's luck here because if you are going to do a campaign, you want to hang on to that. So, we are on to the... And this is where I could decide with Brumere. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but... whether I wanted to just go straight to that. That's where it is. Maybe play it at the beginning of the campaign resolution phase. And so now I got a decision to make. So we're going to make the decision. We're going to find out what this does to us. For one thing, there's another card I'm waiting for to get my maneuvers in the rear card. And if I become First Consul, it's going to go away if it's not face up by the time. So I actually would like that for the rest of the game. And plus it'd be nice to get some more glory. Of course, the downside of this, if I get to minus 10 glory from losing it, I'm in kind of a bit of a pickle for getting enough glory to activate First Consul. So, we're going to try it anyway. And we have an Egyptian campaign right after it. Adjusted it so I can get our DM track in the picture. And so... discard all campaign modifiers not marked Egypt, Syria. We already did that. +1 DRM in all combat rounds. Nice. Oink. So we're going to have that automatically every time. And now I need a maximum 3 commanders. Alright. Desai, Juno, Marmont. These are all admin. It's going to cost 3 admin. I'm going down to 1 admin. Didn't want to use any of my glory. I want to hang on to as much glory as I can. So we're going to use admin only generals. And hopefully that doesn't bite me. And we are ready to consider. And first combat round, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll pay the A. And we'll add Bonaparte's plans for a +1 modifier. And you know what? I'm going to hold off on that. And I'm going to use 2 commanders on this side for +2. We'll hold Desai in reserve because if we do have to have a second combat round, he's worth +3. So that is definitely, I mean, we'd have to remove him from play, but that would be very handy in case there's a bad emergency. So that will be +2. We are ready to fight the Egyptian campaign. +4 to this die roll. 9. Easy victory. Okay, let's take a look. Victory, 10 glory. Yep, 10 glory. From 20 to 30. Nice. And in either case, resolve segment 9.4, and then immediately place and play Egyptian campaign. Well, that's the one caveat of going on this campaign is the 9.4 is the casualty check segment. So normally when you do an immediate play, you don't have to check that. You'd have to, what? That's a good question. Well, anyway, we have to check these casualties. So we're going to go, whoever's on top here, 1 or 2 knocks them out. No, Marmont will stay. Junot will stay. Desai will stay. Okay, that's good news. Because now, Syrian campaign. Normally I would get this back refreshed. I get these back refreshed with no cost to me. But I would As far as I know, I have to pay that 1A again. For this card, I don't have any more administrative points. So that's all I have for that. Let's take a look at the Egyptian campaign. Or the Syrian campaign. Maximum 2 commanders, which comes from those used in the Egyptian campaign. Minus 2 DRM in all combat. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. I didn't even consider that. Okay. Well, the good news is the defeat is not totally destructive. How to handle this? Well, I think Bonaparte is going to have to put himself up in the front there and risk getting shot at. This card will come into play. The question is, do I have to do this first before I actually decide which commanders I'm using? Hang on, let me think about that. I have to take a little bit of a risk, and we're going to use just Juno and Marmont. First of all, we're going to see if this we're going to go +3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bonaparte leads, but we got to roll against it and hopefully not get killed. 3, woo! +5 glory, we got wounded. So we're up to 35 glory. But that does count. And now we're going to have +2 here. We're only going to be at +3, but I got to keep something in reserve because I do not want to face the second round with literally nothing. And that's exactly what I would have. And so here we go with a +3 roll on the Syrian campaign. And 10! Not even an issue. Okay, all right. Victory, 10 glory. Man, we are rolling in glory now. We are at 36, and now we are at 46, and it ain't even 1797 yet. Woo! After progress, the year marker, it confused me. Progress is a verb here. After progress the year, it should be advance, I think is a more clear word. To 7, so we're going to clear it up to 1797. And conduct a resource income segment. So that would basically mean that my admin goes up to 4, my politics goes up to 1. I would lose, no, it goes up 2 because of we have Fauché. I would lose 2 glory because Fauché again, and we're down to 44 glory. That's pretty cheap. Talleyrand, we're going to get 1 diplomatic point, although it's completely useless here. Until Brumare's, and we're first council anyway. And then continue with the 4th new card draw of the New Year's card. Actually, that's to represent Napoleon getting back from Syria. So it chews up a lot of time. Okay, but we won this, and the question is, I think I have to re-roll this for injuries. I think I do. Casualties. All right, so Juno, no. Marmont, no. Desai, cocked dice, in between a 2 and an 8 there. And the answer is 1. He will be discarded. And we've reached the cleanup. There's no more of these phases anymore. We've actually reached the end here of 1796, and we actually bled into 1797. But that's going to be it for now. I gotta say, I took the risk of going for glory, and it paid off. He who dares wins. And so we're all the way up to 44 glory. Next turn, there's almost no reason on the planet to not go for Brumaire. The one thing, when you go to first consul, you want to have a lot of glory as kind of a cushion, because you may end up losing a lot of it. I did forget, this actually needs to come out 1796. That should have come out immediately at the card reset phase, or whatever you call it. Or card deck phase, yes. Okay, but that'll do it. See you next time for the remainder of 1797. Maybe we'll do 1798, depending on how quick that goes. But until then, thanks for watching.